Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us at the Hong Kong FinTech Community and 2018 Hong Kong FinTech Week official launch reception. FinTech Week 2018 will take place from October the 29th to November the 2nd in Hong Kong and Shenzhen. It will be the world's first cross-border FinTech event. Let us start the evening by inviting Mr. Stephen Phillips, Director General of Investment Promotion at Invest Hong Kong, on stage to give his words of welcome. Mr. Phillips, please.
The Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, the Honourable Mrs. Carrie Lam, Undersecretary for Financial Services and the Treasury, Mr. Joseph Chan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and a very warm welcome to this evening's reception to mark the launch of the Hong Kong FinTech Week 2018. It really is a very exciting time for the FinTech community here in Hong Kong. Since the first FinTech Week back in 2016, through the hard work of everybody in this room, we really have made great strides as a city through promoting and expanding our FinTech ecosystem. But to borrow a phrase of our Chief Executive, I really think the best is yet to come. The Hong Kong FinTech Week 2018, from the 29th of October through to the 2nd of November, will be another first, indeed a global first, the first cross-border FinTech event in the world, with the last day of the week being held in Shenzhen. So that's going to provide a fantastic opportunity for companies here in Hong Kong and visiting delegates to highlight and explore the opportunities in the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao Greater Bay area. So we're looking forward to seeing you all during the week, and we wish you every success as you spur on our great city and also spur on your own businesses. So thank you for joining us, and without further ado, I would like to invite our Chief Executive to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephen, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I'm pleased to be here this evening for the launch reception of Hong Kong FinTech Week 2018. The FinTech Week is still some 6 weeks away, so I must say I'm delighted with the turnout this evening, with so many of you from different areas of our flourishing FinTech community, as well as from banking and financial services in general, joining us. Your presence this evening is a clear reflection of the holistic approach the industry and its investors, together with the institutions, the regulators, and this government, are taking when it comes to the development of FinTech. It also shows that we are all aware of the importance and the long-term promise that FinTech can offer us all. Technology is leading the world into a new era, bringing with it a dramatic shift in the global economy. How we do business, how we interact with our customers, our communities, our family, and our friends in general, how we live our lives are being transformed by technology. The financial services sector is no exception. It is being rewired to keep pace with our everyday lives, furnishing retailers and consumers with the electronic means to buy and sell with unprecedented ease and speed. We can now make payments through a wide array of electronic means, with or without a physical card. We can remit money across the globe with a tap of our fingers, with the intended recipients getting the cash almost instantly. We have e-wallets, mobile phone wallets, etc. here in Hong Kong and around the world. Technology is also helping companies, especially SMEs, trade and do business, saving time and papers in the process. Those of you who have a chance to visit the mainland of China in recent years will know what a cashless society is like and the convenience it brings. My government has targeted FinTech as a key technology area to focus on and invest in. FinTech is a natural evolution for Hong Kong, one of the world's leading financial centers and among the world's most competitive economies. We are blessed with a strategic location and growing economic integration with mainland China. We're also having a highly enabling and efficient information and communications technology sector, a vigorous financial regulatory framework, and the rule of law. And let's not forget our deep pool of talent in financial and professional services, as well as in our research expertise and our tertiary institutions. Last year, the Chinese University of Hong Kong introduced a new 4-year undergraduate program in FinTech. And just a few months ago, the University of Hong Kong launched Asia's first FinTech open online course with the support of Australia's University of New South Wales and a variety of industry leaders. We are determined to rise as the region's and one of the world's FinTech hubs. Indeed, that's already happening. For FinTech investors, Hong Kong has become their first choice in East Asia outside the mainland. FinTech investment here has spiraled in recent years from about $108 million in 2015 to $260 million in 2016 and some $546 million last year. To fast-track that marvelous momentum, my government and Hong Kong's regulators are ready to launch a raft of FinTech initiatives. I'm told that the Hong Kong Monetary Authority will very soon begin the long-anticipated faster payment system. It will set in motion full connectivity between banks and store value facility operators. That means around-the-clock, real-time, full fund transfer for peer-to-peer and merchant payments. One will only need to register his mobile phone number or email address with a bank or stored value facility account in order to allow payments to be made to him anytime, anywhere. A common QR code enabling mobile payment is also on the way. A number of stored value facility operators are already providing QR code payments at various locations now. Their services have expanded to a variety of chain supermarkets, convenience stores, and even wet markets and taxis. To expand mobile retail payment and provide greater convenience for both merchants and customers, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority and the industry have agreed upon a common QR code standard, which will soon be launched publicly. Then there's the virtual banking, which is primed to transform the industry. In May, the Hong Kong MA issued revised guidelines for the authorization of virtual banks. It has received about 30 virtual bank applications today, ranging from telecommunications operators and FinTech companies to global banks. I understand that the MA hopes to start granting licenses to virtual banks by the first quarter of next year. An essential element for FinTech is talent. Last month, we introduced Hong Kong's first talent list, created to attract talented professionals from around the world. This list focuses on 11 professions, and they include specialists in FinTech, as well as cybersecurity and innovation and technology. We welcome them all with open arms, for we believe that a vibrant mix of local, mainland, and overseas talents can keep our FinTech ecology connected to the latest ideas and developments of the global FinTech landscape and be more conducive to having the next big FinTech innovations right here in Hong Kong. The government's role in FinTech, instead of a facilitator, is our job to lay down the foundation, including building the financial infrastructure for the faster payment system, setting standards for the common QR code, reworking the guidelines to welcome virtual banks, and ensuring an abundant supply of talent. We hope that they will help the industry focus on creating FinTech solutions for their customers and for our society at large. We also take up the role of promoter. Certainly, Hong Kong FinTech Week, in its 3rd edition this year, is a splendid occasion in which to showcase to the world what Hong Kong has to offer. This year, the FinTech Week will welcome some 8,000 executives and professionals from about 50 countries and regions, along with more than 200 celebrated speakers. For the first time, a fast-track program will be added to facilitate startups and international exhibitors to establish their presence in Hong Kong. In addition, this year's FinTech Week will serve as an unprecedented cross-boundary event, moving from Hong Kong to Shenzhen on its final day. That will give participants the extraordinary community to visit FinTech companies and network with their stakeholders. I'm coming to the end, so another moment of silence. The cross-boundary event, this is very important. We are right here in West Kowloon. The cross-boundary event will be an excellent opportunity to showcase the unique role of Hong Kong as a conduit to the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao Greater Bay Area, consisting of 9 cities and 2 special administrative regions with a population close to 70 million. The Greater Bay Area can offer Hong Kong a huge market, talent, as well as complementary advantages of other cities, which will fuel Hong Kong's FinTech development. Hong Kong's participation in the Greater Bay Area development will get a huge boost later this month. As you all know, the high-speed rail linking Hong Kong to Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and the rest of mainland of China, with the terminus right here in West Kowloon, will begin operation on the 23rd of September, which is 11 days from now. We are all looking forward to it, and I encourage you to make use of the high-speed train for the Shenzhen Day event of the FinTech Week. Get a stop at the Futan station. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish FinTech Week 2018 every success. I wish you a very special evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lam. Please remain on the stage. I would like to invite our officiating guests on stage for a toasting ceremony to mark the launch of Hong Kong FinTech Week 2018. Please make your way onto the stage. Mr. Joseph Chan, Under-Secretary for Financial Services in the Treasury and the Government of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Mr. Stephen Phillips, Director General of Investment Promotion, Invest Hong Kong. I'm going to the room. Ms. Annie Choi, Commissioner for Innovation and Technology. Mr. Howard Lee, Deputy Chief Executive, Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Ms. Julia Lung, Deputy Chief Executive Officer and Executive Director, Intermediaries, Securities and Future Commission. Ms. Carol Hui, Executive Director, Long-Term Business Division, Insurance Authority. Dr. Toa Cham, Chief Public Mission Officer, Cyberport. Mr. Peter Yung, Head of Electronics and ICT Clusters, Smart City Platform, Hong Kong Science and Technology Parks Corporation. And Mr. Hugh Chow, CEO, Hong Kong Applied Science and Technology Research Institute. Before toasting, please take a look at the camera in front and let's take a group photo. Let's raise our glasses to celebrate this special moment. 1, 2, 3, cheers! Thank you. Thank you, guest. Mrs. Lam, would you... Okay. Yes. Mrs. Lamb, if you would remain, please, on stage. We have one more photograph. The other guests, please make your way back to the VIP area. Now I would like to welcome our valued sponsors and partners of the Hong Kong FinTech Week onto the stage to take a group photo. Mr. Calvin Choi, Chairman of the Board, AMTD. Ms. Carol Hung, Chief Information Officer, Standard Chartered Bank. Ms. Angel Ng, Chief Executive Officer, Citi, Hong Kong and Macau. Mr. Jim Lai, Vice President, Tencent. Mr. Charles Ng, Associate Director General of Investment Promotion, Invest Hong Kong. Mr. Charles Dorsey, Head of FinTech, Invest Hong Kong. Mr. Henry Arslanian, Chairman, FinTech Association of Hong Kong. Mr. Anthony Sa, Founder and CEO, Finnovasia. All right, please look at the camera at the front and we'll take a group photo. I think we're done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. In closing, I would like to thank you all for attending our launch event, especially Mrs. Lamb for taking the time to celebrate with us. We have a lot to look forward to in the FinTech Week this year. It's a true demonstration of the vibrancy of the Hong Kong FinTech community. Please enjoy the rest of your night. We look forward to seeing you at the 2018 Hong Kong FinTech Week. Thank you very much.